Hi everyone and welcome to our tutorial on bracketing. In the last unit we used DSLR cameras to take some bracketing photos, but we didn't really do much with them because what we're going to do is show you, once you have the photos, what you could do with them in Photoshop. So we are going to look at bracketing and how we can use bracketing to create HDR images, some really interesting images with some really cool colors. So to do that, first thing is we are going to go and open some photos. Now, if you remember from the last unit, we took some bracketing photos, and what that does is we took a photo that has a regular exposure. We took a photo right after that that is slightly underexposed, and then we took one after that that is slightly overexposed. You could actually do this with 4 pictures or 5 pictures. We're just going to do this with 3 pictures. I'm going to select these three, hold down your control key and just click on each one and go to open. So we're going to open those 3 images. Now, this was taken just on the edge of Lake Superior in the summertime, and if I go down to my photo bin here, I can see these 3 images. I've got these 3 images up here. Now, you can see they were taken one right after another, just a couple seconds in between. So the sun really hasn't moved much during this time. So we want to take bracketing photos in the correct way in order to get this effect. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to go to Enhance, and you're going to go to Photomerge. And inside Photomerge, there's a number of different selections. We're going to go to Exposure. And what it says is select 2 to 10 photos in the photo bin, and then click Photomerge Exposure again, or select Open All. So I'm going to open all these here. And takes a little while to actually merge these together. Takes a lot of processing power to do this. Hopefully the software will not crash. And there, it's actually merged those 3 pictures together. And what we can do is we can use the automatic mode, or we can go to the manual mode. So what we can do with the sliders is we can control the amount of highlights. So the brighter colors in this, or we can look at the shadows, for instance. So I want you to just play around with this here and just use the slider bars, and you can see what kind of changes happen. So we can bring down the highlights here. Now it takes a little while for your computer to make those changes. We can adjust the shadows here. And again, it takes your computer a little while just to adjust those. And we can also adjust the saturation. And this one here is the one where you can really make it pop out. You have to be careful that we don't overdo saturation, depending upon what effect we're trying to do. We can bring saturation right back if we want, but we actually want to keep it a little bit above. So we're going to do it like that. Now if we just bring these back up, we'll try to bring in the highlights here. So there we get an image with some fantastic sunset colors. So it's taken the 3 photos, it's merged them together, it's taken the dark tones from the underexposed picture, it's taken the highlights from the overexposed picture, and it's blended all 3 images together to give us this picture here. So when you're done, you can click on Done. and it will merge those all together. And that's it. Use the photos that I've given you to do a photo merge to create an HDR image. Play around with the slider bars here to see what kind of effects you can get. And that's it for this tutorial.